Hey, it's me, Lane. Welcome back to my channel. It's been months as I seem to be getting into a habit of forgetting to update more often than I should be. So, hi. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're old, welcome back to my channel. Although, to say old is a little insulting because you're probably not old, you're just returning. In which case, thank you for returning. Hope you're all okay. Not much has happened, to be honest. I mean, the last update I did was about me and my partner splitting up, sadly, but yeah. I just mainly, and can I just move that so I'm more centered? Yeah. I've just mainly been going on a journey internally to like find out, how do I explain this? It's a little confusing. Yes, I did just try to yawn. I'm on it. It's like I've been finding myself, and I have come to the conclusion that I have a cat and a tarantula, and my cat clearly wants to be on camera, but he doesn't want his face shown. No, I came to the realization of how my sexuality and where I fit on the LGBT alphabet, and the pride alphabet, I should say. That's what I'm going to call it. And, I mean, I've always said that I'm asexual. And I always thought I was pan-romantic. Like, I date anyone regardless of gender. But I'm not, I don't, how do I say this without sounding like a total dick and sounding very, very mean, because it's entirely me, nothing to do with my ex. This is going to hurt them, and I don't want it to hurt them. Oh, how do I put this? Okay, basically, I don't get attraction to people. I don't get romantically attracted. I don't see someone go, oh, I'd like to date you, and all that lot. It's more like I'm in love with the idea of it, but the actual, do you mind? I'm in the middle. Hoggle, honestly. Do you mind? It's more like I'm in love with the idea of it, but the actual activity and the execution is not something that I'm comfortable with. It's not something I want, and it's not something I look at and think, oh yeah, it will definitely be okay. As my partner told me, they saw it as me treating them more as a friend than as a partner. And they are 100% correct in that, because that is exactly what I did, and I do apologise for putting them through that. But yes, so in that sense, I would like to change the whole pan-romantic to aromantic. So I had to come to that conclusion on my own. And while, yes, I was planning a life with my ex, I was planning moving and all that lot and blah, blah, blah. And it wouldn't have worked out in the long run. And it would have been unfair for them. I'm trying to get myself sorted, sorry. It would be unfair on them to have this life with someone who would be unable to give them what they need, what they want. And it's really, really unfair to put them through that and for them to expect something of me that I ain't me, basically. I'm sorry, it's not, and there's nothing I can do about that. I can't change who I am. And I just think that I'm an absolute idiot for drawing it out for as long as I did, because it was totally unfair. And Hoggle agrees. As you see, he squeaked. He doesn't meow, he squeaks. It's very odd. But no scratching, please. Not here. So yeah, do you mind? But yeah, as for what's going on in my life updates, not much is going on in my life updates wise. Still on the waiting list for bottom surgery, but anyhow, it is what it is. Not really much to update, to be honest. Oh wait, there is something that I haven't mentioned, and I just figured it out. Oh, this is going to suck. Well, I mean, not sucking in the whole like. No, definitely not. It's bad. It's definitely a good thing, but it's kind of like now that I have tentative acknowledgement of it, I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense, but I wish it wasn't this. I wish it was something simpler. Although, to be honest, I don't think any mental illness at all, any of them, is simple. Because it's not. None of it's simple. But while I'm going around the mulberry bush, like it sounds, I am in therapy. Proper long-term therapy. And when I was in the therapy, or like on the first session, I was thinking of the word lecture, and that was not what I was looking for. My goodness, ADHD, get yourself into gear, please. While I was in my first session, I was talking to them, my therapist, about how for pretty much my entire life, like ever since I can remember, I've been talking to myself. And people that I talk to, which I thought could have been like schizophrenia, something along those lines. But there's also the fact that I have blackouts, which has been going on for literally years, and I mean decades. And there have been times when I've done something, and then I've been asked, why did you do that? And I have no memory of me even committing what I did. And so I'm just like, I don't know, because I didn't do it. And they're like, no, you did do it. And I'm like, no, I didn't, because I don't remember doing it. And there have been times when I've found things like food in my cupboards that I don't remember buying, or things that I wouldn't buy. And there were times, my dad pointed out that he said that I was very good as very manipulative as a child. Like, I could play the system, because every time I was going to see my child therapist, I would regress to a child. However, flipping heck, go away. So I just had a. I would regress to a child, and then I'd play the therapist. I'd tell them what they wanted to hear. And there were other times. The main one that I can remember when I, like, have no memory. My cat is just very comfortable at the moment, and it's kind of cute. Was when I was 19 years old, and I had my birth mother, if you didn't know I'm adopted, my birth mother contacted me on Facebook after 13 years of no contact, because of what the court said. It was a closed adoption. And I don't remember anything after that. And that happened on a Friday. Alison and Herb were going down to their holiday park for a while. And so I was phoning Alison all the time, like, trying to get in contact with her, like, ring, just like, what's going on? Who's this person? Because I didn't know it was my mother, my birth mother. I didn't know it was her. And from that Friday, after Alison had confirmed, or not confirmed, had told me it was my birth mother, until the Monday, I don't remember what happened that entire weekend. I, like, don't remember. And you could argue, oh, you blocked it out, and I'd be like, yeah. Except my best friend and my brother, Matthew, actually did speak to me, but it's very confusing. So I was talking to my therapist about how, like, I have blackouts, I have memory losses. There are times where I found myself in places that I don't remember being in. And that does include, like, I've woken up in parts of my flat that I don't remember being in. And there are times when I've woken up and I thought, oh, it's just, it's not sleepwalking, because I don't sleepwalk. Like, different clothes, things I wouldn't wear, food that I wouldn't buy, because it's, like, things that I don't like. And there were times when people would talk to me, but I would have no memory of what they said to me. Like, my cousin Gemma can easily point out at least 10 times where she said something to me, and then she said it a couple of days later, and I literally looked at her like I've never heard it before. And the fact that when they're talking to me, that people talk to me, it's like a different person. Someone has pointed it out that it's like a different person when they talk to me sometimes, and I hadn't realised what that entailed. So obviously a definitive diagnosis is very, very hard to prove, but I have the telltale signs of dissociative identity disorder, although I don't know if that's changed now to multiple personality syndrome or disorder, but basically my mind has alternate personalities, and depending on circumstances or where I am or what I'm doing, I can switch. And it's honestly terrifying, because when I switch, I'm not aware, when I switch back, of Lane. Lane's not aware of what one of my autos has been up to. So as far as I'm concerned, time has just disappeared. But it hasn't, but I don't remember. It's very, very confusing. And I thought that I was just mad that I had, as I said, some type of schizophrenia, something along that side with the whole talking to myself, talking as someone else, responding, things like that. I was like, yeah, it's perfectly normal. It's not. So, yes, I have not a definitive, but a very, very highly likely diagnosis of dissociative identity disorder. Yay. So when I was with my therapist, she's referred me at the moment to a psychiatrist. My cat could stop moving around constantly, please. Thank you. I love you, my boy. So, because my therapist doesn't know how to, what part of my 30 years of trauma to tackle first. And she doesn't know what to do about the DID. She knows about DID. She knows, she asked me, did I want to integrate them all into, me, just one person? Or do I want there to be communication between me and my alters? Which I would really like for there to be communication. I've had at least one of them. I've had my youngest, my little as people classify it, and as I classify it. My little, I've had since I was little. The most recent one that I've got, my most recent alter, and I say recent because it's not actually recent, was actually Jacob, and that was when I was around about 1920, roughly is when. And I will refer you guys back to look at my story, because it's in my story. That it's in part 1, part 2. I can't remember what part it is, but it's those section videos. I'll actually try and put up a playlist thing for you to watch it if you want to. If you don't. I will warn you, it is quite traumatic. What I go through, what I talk about, it's quite traumatic, and it isn't an easy subject to talk about. But yes, so there's that. I'm in therapy, but I was also told by my therapist that because of the amount of therapy that I'm going to need, I'm going to have to go through sections. So they're going to do one block of sections, and then I'll go back on the waiting list, and then the next lot back. But we're looking at years until, my therapist said that I'm mentally sound, I'm not delusional, crazy. Well, I don't like the word crazy, because I consider myself crazy, because I am quite. I'm not delusional. I'm not I'm here on this plane of existence, mentally, shall we say. But yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a long, hard road for me to go through, and I'm not looking forward to it. Not in the slightest. My face is very red. My hands, everything. Why am I so red? My natural colouring is more yellow, but my face is red. I think it's my anxiety picking up because I'm talking about things that are very triggering for me. I'm trying not to get triggered. And I'm trying. It's not easy, See, I would say Hoggle is like a support animal, an emotionally support animal, because it was like he knew at that moment that I was a bit down, so he was like, I'm coming over to say hello, human. You do. Yeah, this is... Oh, is he going to lie down in front of me? No, he's going to stretch and... He's going to stretch and yawn. So, yeah, that's been going on. A lot of other things have been going on. Well, not really. Actually, no. What else can I talk about? ADHD. I'm finally going to get definitive answer on the apparent obviousness of the ADHD that I have. Because I got a appointment with the psychiatrist to talk about the DID and the ADHD diagnosis in September. I'm kind of worried about that. Oh, ow. Oh, are we having a fight, kitty cat? Yes, we are. All right, hold on. But yeah. Anything? What else has been happening? That's more or less it. I've I'm playing with Huggle. Ow! He just bit me. Ow! Aww. That's a little... so cute. He's proper like, ah. Yeah. So yeah. Hopefully going to see my sister again. Oof. Ow, he went full on for that one. So yes. One moment, I wish you could see him. If looks could kill, I would be 17 million feet under. In it. But for now, I will leave you guys be. I am held hostage by my cat. I can't move. Ow. Ugh. Ow. I'm fine. It's a little bit of blood, I'm fine. So until I see you next time, stay safe. Look after your mental health. Look after your physical health. Look after your sexual health. Look after yourself. Look after... because you are important. Number one, you are important. You should put yourself in first. You should not always put others before yourself. Look after yourself. Drink plenty of liquid, preferably something hydrating. So that means at 10 a.m. put down the alcohol. Unless you're at the festival. In which case, by all means, have fun. Look after yourself, eat plenty, stay hydrated, stay fed, and I shall see you in the next one. Although, to be honest, the way my cat is right now, if I can take a photo, I will insert a photo or a small video of my cat. But until then, peace out.